So Daniel Craig may play the smooth, cool 007 on screen, but he got a little emotional speaking to the crew on his latest film, No Time to Die, when they wrapped up. Take a look.
I've loved every single second of these movies, and especially this one, because I've got up every morning and I've had the chance to work with you guys, and that has been one of the greatest honors of my life. So.
Daniel also recently spoke with Radio Times magazine about the future of the franchise and why he doesn't think a woman should ever play James Bond. He said, quote, "There should simply be better parts for women and actors of color. Why should a woman play James Bond when there should be a part just as good as James Bond, but for a woman?"
We've been over this so many times on the show. People of color playing James Bond, a woman now playing James Bond. Why can't they all be James Bond but 008? And it's Jane Bond, 009, Al Jackson. Why don't they why don't they just do that? It's such an easy change.
A super lazy James Bond that won't leave his hotel room. I just know
There's
the crime's going down. I'm like, oh, my Uber's late. I think that
I mean, it's an easy fix. Don't make them 007. If you want someone else to play that role, make them 008. It's very easy to just go on that storyline. Or like we were talking about earlier, make a prequel.
Right. I just thought that this could fall more into like what the Star Wars universe has done, where there's like the Mandalorian, where there's his own offshoot. I feel like we could find the backstory to 006. You know, Luke Skywalker doesn't show up in the Mandalorian. It's kind of its own storyline. So I thought there'd be a cool way to do this, because if you put a woman in 007, you are going to then throw all the old tropes that are attached to James Bond.
Not.
You can create a new storyline, a new look at what is your daughter dressed like for her school pictures? Black Widow. Black Widow is not the most popular superhero for a long time, but she's arguably more popular than the old school ones like the Hulk. So like there could be a rebirth and a new Jane Bond.
Though.
That would be dope.
She didn't want to be the Hulk.
So there could be a new Jane Bond or whatever you would call her, 006, and make a cooler storyline. James Bond is the bar, but you can always go above the bar.
Why can't you have both, though? Why can't there be a double? I don't understand why people care so much. Like, I would not be up in arms if all of a sudden 007 was played by a woman or a person of color. I wouldn't be up in arms at all. I also would think it's cool if they were super creative and they came up with a different franchise like 008.
I have never been a James Bond fan. I know that a lot of, I mean, not that I don't like it, it's just that I don't follow it. And I know that there are people who are like very into this whole storyline. I don't understand it. The last I heard, Daniel Craig wasn't even interested in being James Bond. So I don't know. But I do agree with one part of his statement. Why aren't we creating storylines? And that's always been my thing. Create storylines for those voices and those people who have not been represented and haven't had their stories told. And I agree with that statement.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. You can just take the same storyline, but if you do a 006 or 009 or whatever, now
we get it. Or 004 or 00.
You have the knowledge base of James Bond, so you don't have to recreate this entire universe. But you're not saying James Bond, they'd be like, oh, James Bond never stirred his martini like that. Oh, James Bond would never pull his gun like that. You're not attaching that to this new female lead, so she can make her own way.
I like it.
Oh, after you attacked me.
What are you talking about? After you attacked me?
I did not attack you.
Yes, you did. When I was giving, oh, that was you that said super creative. I thought it was you. It was you.
Because it's not super creative.
Yes, it is. You don't
to change a number?
No, I was saying the script is super creative. So fine. It's called 008. You know
screwed up. You screwed up, and I called you on it.
And then you attacked me. So
and then you attacked both of us now.
You're right. I will take that.
Look at Erica.
No, you're right.
Erica, you better get her back.
I messed up.